Oh, it's a new year, and we say, this is the year we're going to declutter the house and get it all organized. Have you done it yet? We've got the professional organizer we love from Organized Zone, Brenda Borenstein here. Good to have you back.
Thank you. Great to be here.
So we're dealing with post-Christmas clutter. Maybe there's still some Christmas decorations lying around, all those extra presents, right?
Did you put away yours?
Yes, I came home, my husband has done it. Isn't that wonderful?
That's amazing, and that's the right direction. And also with New Year's, we have New Year's resolutions. And organizing is anywhere from 1 to 10 on the list every single year. And we make the list, and then we forget about it.
Yep.
And so I want to inspire people today to go deeper, and with each one of those points, to have a baby step for each one of those items. So for example, for organizing, they say, I want to get my house organized. Start with one room at a time, and then even break it down further. Today, you're going to spend 1 hour picking up old magazines or something like that, and just step-by-step approach to whatever you have to do.
So that we're not trying to tackle the whole thing at once, have it be overwhelming.
That's what it is.
Then we give up.
It's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary to have like a big space that you say that you want to do, today you're going to do, and you don't estimate the right amount of time. And what ends up happening is that you feel sabotaged, and you just are overwhelmed, and you give up, and you never look at that New Year's resolution until next year.
All right, you've brought some pictures along. You'll tell us where we're going to start, okay? So give us the step-by-step approach.
Okay, well, this picture here is for paper management, and a lot of people have a lot of paper, and it collects on your desk, or oftentimes people put it on their dining room table.
Well, if I have a bill to pay, I need to see it. It needs to be in my line of sight, or I'll forget about it. So yes, it has to sit somewhere in the open, but how do I keep it out of my way, and how do I prevent it from building up?
It's all about a system, and everybody's system is different. And it sounds like you do have a system because you have to see yours, and maybe you take it to your table and you pay your bills online, I'm not sure. But oftentimes people are so overwhelmed and they have tons and tons and tons. So what I recommend is they get a basket, clear the space that they're working on, and deal with one at a time. Never keep an envelope, because that's extra added waste and paper, and so that goes in recycling, and then deal with it.
Okay, and then that table, how long would it take to clear that table of paper?
Well, that crazy picture that they were just showing was a client we had that had many categories. So they had their Rogers bills, and they had, you know, hydro and kids' schooling and report cards and health and medical. So it's about turning the pile into files and just broad categories. Don't think about being too detailed when you're organizing at first, because you get into a lot of problems that way.
Okay, what's the next step?
So the next step is to block the time, and to also have your recycling ready to go, and you just continue on step by step. You make the files. So sometimes you only have 1 hour. So if you have 1 hour, then you make sure at the end, 10 minutes before your 1 hour is up, you tidy up where you are, because otherwise, the mad rush, you clear off that table, and then you're going to have to start off the whole thing again.
So end the project in an organized way.
That's right.
So that you can pick it up again where you left off. You know, we all have smartphones now, and they all come with reminders and schedules.
Yes.
What if we wrote it in there, today at such and such a time, I'm going to organize the blank room. Then it's in the schedule, your phone will remind you to do it, and you can't accidentally forget. Is that a good idea?
I think that's a great idea. Some people put it in their calendar. Some people have their wife tell them. Some people have, you know, write it on their fridge. Everybody has their own system. The main thing is to follow through.
Okay.
Because what is disorganizing costing you?
That's a good question. What is it?
Stress, costing you money because you have to go out to buy more things because you can't find them. You don't walk out confident because you're not wearing your best outfit because you couldn't find it.
And it does something to your body. There's a physical reaction to having a lot of clutter, right?
Right. When I walk into a space
What's that? Oh my God.
Okay,
Can you imagine the physical reaction I'd have to that would be insane.
Yeah, that was a fun place. I think we have an after that. But that was a bed that I was stepping on. It was sky high. And the most amazing, there's the after.
Nice.
The most amazing thing about that room is that the woman who we were working with wanted a change, and the project was bigger than she was. So when we organized that space, we did it in a way that was comfortable for her, and she was ready to let go. And it's about letting go a lot of the excess things that don't serve you in your life.
Here's, do we have another before and after?
Probably.
Do people make the changes forever? Or do you have to go back sometimes and help them again? Oh my goodness.
So there's a difference between cleaning and organizing. We'll keep this on for a second.
Okay.
Because when you clean, you're going to have a mess again.
Right.
And when you organize and you have a system and a home and a place for something, the system's going to last, just like in a nursery school. So
that's now with the system.
Yeah, that's a system, and we also have a garbage removal company that comes along with us, and they do all the hauling, and they drop off to charities and recycling, and because a lot of people don't get rid of their stuff because they say, well, where is it going to go? I don't want it to go in the landfill. So much of the stuff that people don't use either is sold if they wanted to sell it, or it's going to be recycled, or it's going to go into charity.
Okay, you've got a picture of some organizational products, is that right?
Okay, well this is,
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
How handy.
Yeah, so when we're organizing, and I invite everyone today to get inspired and to just do maybe one small thing, maybe organize your purse. And this is a closet I did for a laundry room. And this is products. They didn't have shelf space, so you got to use what you have.
And those are shoe organizers,
That's
right?
right. And people use that in their bathroom, and they put all their makeup and their products there. So it's really quite amazing what they can do with that.
That is fantastic. And all those things fit so perfectly into those little slots.
Great compartments.
They're there when you want them.
And it's clear, so you can see, right? So it's really, really amazing to do that.
You know, I bet people get addicted to being organized once they've had a taste of it.
I know, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't ever want to see that clutter again. And those people, the poor people with the hoarding issues.
And it's a good thing that you say that, because clutter is contagious, and so is organizing. So you want to see which side of the scale you're at. And so it's really important that to start with something small, a junk drawer, a purse, a wallet, the back of a door, something very small.
How do you get the rest of your family on board too? Because you can't keep a house organized if everyone else is not following the same plan.
Right. It's a family meeting. It's getting everyone on board and saying, don't we want to stop fighting in the morning before school? If you're selling your house, you have to have another meeting. Everybody has to be on board. Everybody's stuff has to be in their own domain, in their own room, not on the main ground.
Have you ever walked into a place and said, this is too much even for me, I am out of here?
Yes, I have, but then I do it, so.
You go ahead and do it anyway.
I've been to a lot of places that, from maybe it looks very overwhelming, but it's my goal to transform people's lives in the most efficient way in their homes, so we do it. But there are some places that really are very overwhelming, but I have a team.
And then that allows you to relate to what the person is feeling then, right?
Absolutely, because there's a lot of emotion behind a situation like that. People who have a lot of clutter are in transition. They're getting married, getting divorced, empty nesters, they're in a renovation. There are really big things in their life that are happening.
Well, more information, go to organizedzone.com. Good tips. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.